We are now joined by Elliot Moore, who is taking over from Chris. Elliot is the conductor with the Longmont Symphony, and he also wants to give a little talk about how important the arts are. Elliot, over to you.
Thank you so much. So my name is Elliot Moore. I am the conductor of the Longmont Symphony Orchestra, and also I am the designated spokesperson for the Longmont Alliance for Arts and Entertainment. And I would like for you all to imagine the following scenario. Longmont's mayor was absolutely overjoyed to learn that Weird Al Yankovic's stay in Longmont was going really, really well. Following Weird Al's morning children's book reading and signing at the Longmont Library, he had been genuinely impressed with the level of talent displayed at the afternoon's master class that included St. Vrain Valley School District students. Weird Al had coached an array of students from across the district who had both sung and presented him with their comedy routines before they went on to the world's largest stage, America's Got Talent. Several hours before the show, the now typical influx of people from outlying communities filled Longmont's downtown shops from Ken Pratt Boulevard all the way north, excuse me. Businesses were thriving. In fact, many new shops had opened since the center opened just 12 months before. And in the center's first year alone, the center impacted Longmont's economy with increased earnings of $3.5 million. It was uplifting to see the influx of outsiders creating revenue for businesses here. Sure, there had been some tough times economically before the construction of the center, but like always, the economy ebbed and it flowed. We had been in an upswing for the last 5 years, and everyone was glad that we acted when we did, because we had created a new economic engine that was paying dividends for Longmont. The rising tide was indeed lifting all boats. Well, that is a pretty rosy scenario, right? Let's separate a little bit of fact from fiction. Fact, not only is the center expected to bring people in from outlying communities, but according to the study, Arts and Economic Prosperity 5, the people from outlying counties paid over double what the local residents paid. The study also found that the typical attendee spends $31.47 per person per event beyond the cost of admission. And what that really means is that for every 1,000 tickets sold, $31,000 is injected into the local economy. Here's another fact. The center aims to have a robust educational component for our area's youth that every single performer, production, and performing organization will adhere to. The center will serve our diverse community with equity and inclusion, and it would present world-class performers from many cultures and many genres. The promise of social equity and inclusion for Longmont's children through free and low-cost access to the arts would be realized through educational initiatives. Here's another fact. According to projections from Johnson Consulting, the Center for Arts and Entertainment in Longmont is expected to impact Longmont's economy in the first year alone with increased earnings by almost $3 million plus $500,000 in sales tax and hotel occupancy tax revenues combined. In other words, the center has the potential to both improve the quality of life for Longmont residents and directly enhance the economic growth of Longmont, which is precisely, by the way, why the Longmont Economic Development Partnership Board voted unanimously last month to support this endeavor. Though I want to cut to the chase, how much would this cost, and why on earth would anyone vote to raise their own taxes? The center would cost $80 million. We are proposing that the private sector raise $35 million over 5 years, and that the remaining $45 million be raised from a bond issue. The critical part of all of this, and what makes it stand really in stark contrast from something like Fast Tracks, is that until the $35 million is raised, Longmont will levy no taxes and will issue no bonds. If we do not raise $35 million in 5 years, the people of Longmont will not be taxed. There won't be a center. If we do raise the $35 million in 5 years, this means that the public will see the interest and they will see that the support for the center is real. And also, the people of Longmont would get this facility at approximately half its actual cost. Nationally, the arts play a critical role in our economy, and the time is upon us to embrace the role that the arts play in our local economy. The time is upon us to literally and figuratively put the arts on the map here in Longmont. Thank you.
Perfect, perfect.